Are you willing to start your career in the field of hacking? So, you would have heard about Kali Linux. So, hello guys and girls, welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. Hope you all would be enjoying your day. And today's topic is Kali Linux. Like you might be thinking, why Kali Linux is preferred by hackers and cybersecurity experts? The answer is simple, because they want to.
Don't do drugs. If you're doing it, stop it.
Just joking. The answer is because of the tools which are used for hacking and pen testing, also called penetration testing, are pre-installed in Kali Linux. But if you want to do hacking in some other operating system, it's possible, but it requires a series of procedures like finding or sometimes even creating the code for a particular operating system, then installing the software, giving the operating system root permission, and in case of Android, you might have heard of rooting the device. And a quick tip: never root your device if you are not 100% sure about the software or application, because rooting is nothing but giving permission to everything to the application, like your device camera, microphone, GPS location, and almost everything which can be done by your phone. Now let's continue the topic. So why is only Kali Linux giving these softwares and no other operating system? The answer is others are also giving. So the main hook is that it is more customizable. Like there is a Parrot security OS, and it is also great choice for beginners and for people with low end devices. The Kali Linux is made by Offensive Security, and trust me, its certifications are super reputed in cybersecurity field. Whereas Parrot OS is made by Hack the Box, and it is one of the best platforms for cybersecurity education. So it's like both are very giant companies. Now let me drive you through the procedure of how to install Kali Linux. There are basically two steps. First is installing the Kali Linux virtual machine file that can either be in .ov extension or can be in .is extension. In this video, I will show you procedure for installation of both the files. And second is configuring it in Virtualization Software. Now let's have a look on requirements of Kali Linux. Kali Linux will need 2 GB of RAM or more, so your host machine must have 4 GB of RAM or more and 20 GB of free storage space in your host machine. Also, we will need to install a virtualization software like VirtualBox, and I have already made a video on how to install VirtualBox. So if you haven't watched it yet, do consider watching it. The link is in the description. So let's get into the process. First, let's search for Kali Linux on Google, or you can even find the link in the description box to the official website. Here you can either click on the download button, or you can click on the URL and browse through Kali Linux official website and have knowledge about Kali Linux and then download it. Now after clicking download, we will choose virtual machine option because we want to install in VirtualBox. And I will install 64-bit version as I have already downloaded it, so I won't download it again. Next step is the installation of Kali Linux on VirtualBox. So there are two ways for this. First is for people who have installed Kali Linux.ov file, and the second one is for the people who have installed Kali Linux.iso file. So first I will drive you through the process of installation of Kali Linux.ov file. Now go to the location where you have installed the .ov file. For OVA file installation, you just need to double click the .ov file and it will automatically trigger the VirtualBox, and after some processes your virtual machine is ready. So as we can see that the virtual machine is installed. So now let's move to the second process. How to install Kali Linux .iso file extension. So first we will need to open VirtualBox and then click on Tools. Then go to New. Now set the name of the virtual machine. Then choose the location of the virtual machine. And then select Linux. Then select Debian 64-bit. And then next. Then we will allocate the virtual machine's RAM. So I'm going to keep it 1024 as I'm going to delete this virtual machine after installation. But the recommended RAM is 4 GB. Then we will click on create a virtual hard disk. Then click on create. And then we will select virtual hard disk. And then next. We will choose fixed size. Next. And then here we will allocate the ROM for the Kali Linux. So I am going to keep it 8 GB, but the recommended size is 20 GB. Now here you can change the location for the virtual hard disk. As you can see that it is VHD, that is virtual hard disk extension. So I am not going to change the location. I will just click on create. So now let's wait for this to finish. And now let's go to machine settings. Then in storage. And then here we will link the .iso file for the Kali Linux. As I am not having the .iso file for Kali Linux, so you must click the .iso file for Kali Linux and then click on open. And then we will normally start the Kali Linux. And here is a glance of how to use Kali Linux. So the default username and password is Kali and Kali. So first of all, I'm going to change the time zone of our machine. So to do this, right click on the control panel and then click panel preferences. Now go to items, scroll down to clock, double click, and here is the time zone. So I will choose Asia Kolkata. You can choose your time zone and then click close. Then again close. Now this is the terminal. As a cybersecurity person, you would be spending your most time here. And this icon here is just like start menu for Windows. Here you will find different tools of hacking like Metasploit, Nmap, Wireshark, Hashcat and many more. So here is Nmap and this is Bob Suit and here is Hashcat and many more. So this is Metasploit framework. And if you are working on Kali Linux and if you want to pause it, then you can also pause it. To do this, we would first need to go to the VirtualBox, and then right click on the machine and then click on pause. Now to resume this, we would need to do the same method again. Right click on the machine and then click pause so it will resume. So this was it for today guys, and thank you for watching. And on our subscribers demand, the next video's topic is some basic commands of Linux.